This weekend's destructive snowstorm caused thousands of delays and cancellations for travelers, and some are wondering if travel protection could have eased the inevitable headaches that came while waiting at the airport.
Mark Murphy, founder of TravelPulse.com, is here to offer some tips to keep in mind to better prepare for your next trip. So you book a trip, you don't know that, 6 months later it's going to coincide with a horrible storm. What can you do if you know you're flying right into bad weather?
Well, number one, always buy travel insurance. It's very inexpensive. Hopefully you won't need it, but if you do need it, you're going to be really happy you bought it. Get trip interruption, trip cancellation insurance, cancel for any reason insurance, because it's the broadest. And on the non-refundable pieces of your trip, should you not get to your destination, they will give you that money back, so you're going to be protected. And if you're on a trip and it gets interrupted because, let's say, something happens and there's a problem at the resort or on the cruise ship, they pay for what you didn't use. So it's very good insurance, and you definitely want to have it. The thing that happened with Jonas, and this is for everybody, if you're going to get it on a cruise, go out a couple of days early, especially if you're booking a cruise in the winter months, because you never know what's going to happen. And if you book and just do a cruise stay, you're guaranteed for the most part to be on the ground when the ship takes off. A lot of people miss their cruise on Saturday. A lot of people miss their cruise on Sunday out of Miami and Fort Lauderdale, places like that, because they couldn't get out of New York City, let's say. That's the challenge.
Okay, so what about airline passengers? Let's say someone has missed the window to get that travel insurance. They're at the airport, there are delays. What is it that people can do, if anything, when they're already there at the airport without insurance?
Well, first of all, if they're showing up at the airport and they know there's this winter storm, my example, I was in Fort Lauderdale. I was scheduled to come back Saturday. I knew that wasn't going to happen. I didn't try to rebook on Sunday because I knew the domino effect was going to lead for up to 72 hours. We didn't get back on track literally till today. So I booked Monday, and I booked the first flight out on Monday, and I gave myself enough of a window that I could do it. But that was after the airlines had already waived change fees and tire fares and all of that. The problem you have is sometimes it only happens right beforehand, and if you don't buy the insurance at least 24 hours before a warning comes out, you're out of luck. You can't buy it. It's like crashing your car and saying, hey, somebody pay for it? No one's going to pay for your car. And I work with a lot of different insurance companies. The ones that are out there that do a good job, that's what you want to find out. So find global companies. There's Allianz Travel's one of them, Travel Guard. There's a host of them, but you want to make sure you're working with a reputable insurance company that's going to cover you in the event of any changes.
You said make sure you get a protection for sort of an interruption for any reason in particular. What are we talking cost-wise here?
It's tied to the price of the trip, and so it could be a couple $100 a person, but that could be on a trip that costs $2,000 to $3,000. So again, you just have to look at the policy, talk to an advisor. In many cases, a travel agent will advise you on the right company to buy from, the right policy to buy to protect yourself. Hopefully you won't need it. And you just waste the money. But if I buy term life insurance, I don't want to use it.
Right.
Right. Good point.
But I want to have the coverage for my family if something should happen.
Right.
And that's the idea.
Good advice.